Hey there, this is the One Boom, and earlier today I uploaded a video called 5 Things That Need a Nerf, and because I am trying to reach a quota of 31 videos uploaded this month, I am doing 2 uploads today to make up for the day I missed the other day. So, we have the 5 things I want buffed in Modern Warfare 2. We're gonna try to get through this faster than the Nerf video, so let's go at it. Also, I'm still a little congested, so if you guys hear that in my voice, make fun of me. It's really fun to make fun of me for that. So what do I want buffed? First things first, Dead Silence. Dead Silence activates too slowly, has an activation sound for no godforsaken reason, and I just want this fixed. I want the Vanguard Dead Silence to come back. That hides you off the minimap and takes your footstep audio and cuts it out almost entirely. Just give me Vanguard Dead Silence that activates instantaneously, please. I would love to have a serious stealth field upgrade, but a stealth field upgrade that pulls out and activates this slowly and doesn't provide any other benefit than footstep audio just sucks. So Vanguard spoiled me, and I want to be spoiled again. Infinity Ward, please, I beg you. In my nerf video, I said flashes needed a nerf, and that's mostly to shake up the meta and what's being used in the game. I also would like Battle Harden to get a buff. Battle Harden currently doesn't counter shock charges properly and doesn't seem to counter stuns and flashes as much as I would like. Stuns more than flashes, but flashes not at all, seemingly. It cuts the duration down, but it still sucks quite a bit. And I would say as long as you are guaranteed lethals and tacticals, if I choose one of my 2 base perks to be a counter to your guaranteed lethal or tactical, I want it to be a really good hard counter. So I want Battle Harden buffed. I want to be able to run through a shock charge without getting stopped. I want to be able to get flashed and be immediately back in the fight like a second later. I don't want to have to put up with it. I want it to be like TAC Mask from Black Ops 2 or even Cold War, where it doesn't do anything. Because there is so much flash and stun play and just tactical play in this game, mostly flash. Battle Harden needs a buff, and shock sticks are really annoying because there's no way to counter them. So let's actually get on that and make Battle Hardened worth using. The next thing is suppressors. Across the board, suppressors need a buff, and the reason they need a buff is simple. Firing a suppressed weapon in this game disables your Ghost perk. So if you're running Ghost and a suppressor and someone has a UAV up and you fire your suppressed weapon, they'll still see you on the minimap. There is no reason for that. That makes no sense. These suppressors all have nerfs to your gun. The lowest amount of nerf you can get is damage range from the Echo Line suppressor, or whatever the suppressor in the category you're talking about, but there are suppressors that hurt your damage range only, but most of them hurt aim down sight speed, aiming stability, they hurt movement speed. They are damning. They are big, clunky, and while they do have great benefits, they don't have the one benefit that matters. I don't know how many people are out there using suppressors and Ghost and wondering how people are still pre-aiming them and picking them off around corners. They obviously know where you are because you fired a suppressed weapon with your Ghost perk on. Yeah, so suppressors definitely need a buff to just hide you off the minimap entirely. The next thing that needs a buff is airstrikes. In general, streaks in this game kinda suck. Getting an AC-130 and not being able to kill people on like the hotel map, for instance, is frustrating. There are so many maps that are just closed-in buildings with no windowed roofs, so actually having fun with powerful airstreaks sucks anyway. But what also sucks is that the SAE, even the precision airstrike, the stealth bomber, which is really egregious because that's the same point value as a chopper gunner, they come in so slowly after you call them in. I call them in, and yeah, maybe when I called them in, within those next 5 seconds, I could have gotten some great kills. But you take 10 seconds to come into the map and drop your payload, the enemies are long gone or already dead. Like, that's not good. Like, especially the stealth bomber, it shouldn't care about bomb squad, it shouldn't care about spawn protection, it should just kill anything in its carpeting path. It's not like a napalm strike that leaves behind something lingering that's burning or anything like that. It is literally just dropping bombs. So if you're gonna do that quickly, because if I'm calling it in, it's because I know where people are and I know where they're gonna be, and so when I know that, great. You can't do this to me, game, where I call in a high-end streak and it gets 0 kills or only 1 kill, because by the time it came in, everybody left. And then let it just ignore spawn protection, because this is a high-end streak, and it only makes 1 pass. If it made 2 passes, okay, I'd complain less, but it makes 1 pass over the map. So please, Infinity Ward, buff this thing, because if I call it in, it should blow up everybody in its path. I don't care if they just spawned or have bomb squad, it should blow everybody the fuck up. And then the SAE is such a downgrade from like the lightning strike we used to have. I don't know, do they think it's realistic to have the jets take a while to come in? It's not, it's just annoying. When I go, hey, there's 6 enemies over there, I could get a whole team wiped right here, and then you call it in, and by the time you call it in, teammates have already killed the enemies, or the enemies have ran away, they got inside, and that just sucks. Like, I have to wait for enemies to be on an outdoor objective to guarantee at least a kill, and that just blows. So please, let's buff these. This is my biggest rant of these videos, because who wants to work for a streak and then have it do pretty much nothing? And the last thing is the Bird's Eye perk. The Bird's Eye perk is bizarre. Out of all of the ultimate perks, I believe it is the least useful, because at least Survivor is going to annoy the enemy team, Overclock could be good for certain playstyles, High Alert, Ghost, and Quick Fix are very powerful in the right hands. You can only earn this ultimate perk once per game, and it gives you 1 local UAV sweep. How about you give me a UAV sweep every time an enemy UAV comes in, sort of like how Wiretap worked in Call of Duty Ghosts, or I believe the Recon perk in one of the other Call of Duty games worked. So Bird's Eye should let me utilize enemy UAVs, or have it be like the pinging thing from Call of Duty Ghosts as well, where if you kill somebody, they have a ping that comes off of them, and then you can see if anyone else is around them. That would be very powerful. And like just zooming out the minimap and giving us just a larger minimap range, and then UAV and radar pings reveal the enemy's direction. That's cool, but it removes my ability to see their elevation, which can actually get me killed. So I would say Bird's Eye should be an actual like full-on recon perk that takes advantage of enemy UAVs. I also think that Bird's Eye should completely counter UAVs. In Vanguard, and I believe Cold War, we were able to counter UAVs by running a certain perk, and I think that should happen here as well. So to summarize, I think Bird's Eye should counter UAVs, do a small UAV ping on enemies I kill, and give me a radar sweep every time an enemy calls in a UAV. Then also give me a UAV sweep on Earn, and then also zoom out the minimap and show me the enemy's direction and hopefully also their elevation somehow. Actually, wouldn't be that hard, just put a little arrow inside the directional circle thing. Anyway, that's what I would like. I'd like them to buff Dead Silence, Battle Hardened Suppressors, Airstrikes, and Bird's Eye. And that's the end of today's double upload. If you guys want to watch what I want nerfed, click on the video linked here at the end, and I will see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.